Hello there everybody and welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews! So today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Decepticons Skullsmasher. So let's get down to the review table and see what the big deal is for this figure. So let's get it on, man, let's go! And here is Skullsmasher fully transformed into his crocodile slash alligator mode. And the first thing to talk about is the the first thing to talk about is that he includes the collector's card. There we go. So you have a nice artwork there of Skullsmasher himself, or Skull Cruncher, that's his original name, but they changed it to Skullsmasher anyway. He's the Decepticon Titans Return. He's in mid-decapitation, and you got the tech specs for both Skullsmasher and Grax, his headmaster. You can see how strong he is, how fast he is, how smart he is, and you know how accurate he is in terms of aiming. So yeah, alright, so that is pretty much it for the collector's card itself. So now we can move on to the figure right here, and it's a really cool ult mode right here. I really dig this crocodile ult mode. It looks pretty cool. Let's get in closer so we can take a look at the head sculpt. You can see the teeth. They're done in white, which is nice, and the nice red eyes. Got a Decepticon symbol on the top right here. Nice matte black right here as well. And I think the plastic that they use is a nice metal flake finish, and I do quite like that. A nice green plastic that they used. Nice pink or reddish plastic, I don't know. The claws done in off-white. So then the feet, this is white paint. No, this is done in like a lightish gray plastic that they use for the front claws. But for the back claws, if my camera will focus, there we go. They use white paint, you know, which is nice. You know, there's white paint right here as well. You can see there are the Decepticon symbols on the sides with the black stripage and the purple stripes as well. And yes, his tail. Yes, his crocodile tail. Oh, which is precious. So, but yeah, really nicely done ult mode, I will say. It looks pretty good, I will say. Articulation wise, in the crocodile mode, you do have a ball joint at the head. Can, you know, have wiggly movements. You know, he can actually open and close his mouth. Yeah, there we go. Then he can move his head up and down, which is really nice. You do have a swivel right here. You can use this joint as well. You can use this like as a kind of a wrist swivel, I guess. The claws can move up like that. You know, he can wave to you. Hi! How are you? I'm gonna wave to you before I eat you. Anyway. There we go. And you can use this hinge as well, like so. And this the back feet, the hind legs, they're on the ball joint. You can rotate a full 360. You can move in and out a little bit. And his tail can actually wag. Yay! He can wag his tail. If you wag the tail too much, then you're gonna pop off the tail. I mean, it's supposed to pop off, but yeah, he can definitely wag his tail left and right. And yeah, that is pretty much it for his articulation in crocodile mode. So yeah. So now let us talk about his accessories right here. So first things first, he comes with his gun right here, which is a really nicely done gun right here, nicely molded, nicely detailed, and yeah, not too gappy, I will say. I think these are one of the better looking guns in my opinion. So yeah, so to store this gun in what are these? Anyway, to store the gun in crocodile mode, you can there is a port right here. You just plug this onto the tail, just like that, which can be quite hard to do. I haven't messed with this boy in a long time, but hey, so that's what you're supposed to do. There you have the storage for your gun right there, and you know, yeah, it gives him a longer tail, which is really nice. You know, he's missing that tip, so it gives him that tip of the tail. So there we go. So yeah, and one more, he does include his Titan Master. That's right. It comes with Mr. Grax, and it's a nicely done Titan Master right here. You can see the head is nicely painted. Here they actually painted the head on this guy. So nice gold paint on the face, nice black for the eyes, and yeah, nicely molded. Would have been nice if we had more paint on this on the robot, but well, it is what it is. But still, and you can see the upside down face on his back. So there's no hiding it. There's no hiding it. So yeah. But yeah, articulation wise, for Grax, you know, his head is on the ball joint, can rotate a full 360, wiggly wiggly waggly. The arms can definitely move up all the way. Woohoo! You know, yay! So there we go. And the arms can move in and out a little bit. And there's a double hinge right here on the legs, and you can, you know, break his knees if you want to. So yeah. Now you can do a couple of things with Grax in crocodile mode. You can take the tail right here, and there is a little slot right here for the tab right here, so you can put him into a seating position right in there, and just place him down just like so. There we go. Tap him in. There we go. And yeah, you can do that as a weapon placement, or you can put the tail back in like that, or you can use these posts right here on Skullsmasher, and can stand Mr. Grax on Skullsmasher right here. So yeah, which is pretty cool. And yeah, or you can actually put Grax into Skullsmasher. Yeah, that's right, he can ride inside the crocodile. So you see here there is a panel that you can actually flip out, which is on the soft plastic right here, and you can see they actually molded in some control panels right in there, which is actually pretty cool. So to get get Grax ready to sit down inside Skullsmasher, you need to bend his legs like so, and just place him down into the crocodile, and he's actually riding inside the crocodile, and close that up, and there you go, he's riding inside the crocodile, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so now let us move on to some size comparisons. Here is Skullsmasher compared with his Decepticon teammate, Weird Wolf, or Wolf Wire. Well, that's what they call him in the toy line anyway, but it's Weird Wolf, with the Titans Return Deluxe class Hot Rod. And last but not least, here is Skullsmasher compared with his wave mate of Titans Return. So you have Scourge and Hardhead, and then Autobot Blur, and they look quite good together, I will say. It's a nice wave of Deluxes right here. So that is pretty much it for the Ultimate comparisons. Okay, so I think we are pretty much done with the crocodile modes. Now we shall transform Skullsmasher, or Skull Cruncher, that's his original name, but they changed it to Skullsmasher, unfortunately. Yeah, let's just transform him into his robot mode. So the first thing that I would like to do is to take this off right here, and I'm going to split the gun and the tail off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I got them split apart. That was a bit hard to do, so let's put the accessories off to the side for now. So now we can get started with the transformation. And also we need to take out Grax and get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Get out, Grax. Thank you. So close that up. So yeah, so now we can start off the transformation. First, I would like to fold this guy in half, and he's ready to plug on to Skullsmasher. So anyway, so now what you want to do, you want to untab this head section right here. These two tabs to go into these slots right here in crocodile mode. Just bring this back all the way, and as you can see, there are little slots right here to go into these spikes right here. So just go in like that, and go just tab in. It doesn't really tab in all this securely. It just just rest right there. And you want to unfold the legs right here. Split the legs and just clip them into place. Clip it into place and flip out his feet. Flip out his feet. Flip out his feet. There we go. And you want to make sure the hind legs of the crocodile mode just sit right in there. You can see this section right here go into that notch right in there in robot mode, and this will just tab into place. There we go. Clip into place, and there you have the legs all done and ready. So now I need to raise up the camera a little bit more so you can see what I am doing, like right there. So there we go. So now you want to take the arms and just unfold them just like so, and just bring them out just like that. Rotate them around so the elbows are in it properly. Flip out the claws and flip them into place, and flip out his hand and bring them down, and there you have one arm all done and ready. So same thing on the other side. Just rotate this around, straighten up the arm. Just bring down the arm and just flip out the claws and clip it into place, and flip out his hand, and there you go. And I think this is supposed to, yeah, it's supposed to be like that. There we go. So yeah, so there you have the body of Skullsmasher ready to go. So now we need his head, and just plug this in, and there you have Skullsmasher fully transformed into his robot mode. And yeah, he looks pretty good in my opinion. Let me raise down the camera, bring down the camera a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, he definitely does look pretty good. My only real complaint in the robot mode is the joints in his legs. You can see the hips. The hips, they're kind of loose. Yeah, they're kind of loose. They're kind of flopping around, and I really don't like that. So when I tried to stand him, he tends to fall, and even the swivel is quite very loose. So it's not really tight enough. So that's my real complaint about the figure. But other than that, he does look pretty good, and he looks pretty good in his robot mode. And it's the only thing that kind of bugs me is that he has a trouble standing. He tends to fall to the ground. But overall, looks pretty good. I do quite like the robot mode. Really nicely done. Yeah, really nice. So let's get in closer. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. Very nice head sculpt. Nice gold paint for the face, which is really nice. Yeah, pretty nicely done head sculpt. Got a little white right here on the chest, a little black right there, and some red right in there as well. And I don't get why his crotch has a gap right here. Why is that? Why does it have a hole? That doesn't make any sense. That literally does not make any sense. But yeah. And his little feet. And he has the crocodile head on his back. But hey, it's the back. I don't care about the back. So yeah. And of course, hollow legs, but I don't care about the hollowness because it's in the back. It's the back. So I don't even stare at the back for like days or weeks or months or years even. So I don't care. I don't really care about looking at the back. It doesn't really matter to me anyway. It doesn't bother me, so it's fine. I'm not gonna complain about the hollow gaps in this robot mode. So except for that thing. That thing kind of bugs me a little bit, but yeah. But still, it's a nicely done figure, nicely done robot mode all overall. So now, articulation-wise in robot mode, the head is on the ball joint. Can rotate a full 360. Can't really move up. Can't really move down. The shoulders, it can rotate a full 360. It can move in and out. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have an elbow joint, which is about 9 degrees of bend, and you do have technically a wrist swivel. Not really a wrist swivel, but a swivel at the below the elbow right here. The hands can move inward due to transformation. He does have a waist swivel, which is really nice. The legs can move up that far, can move back only that far, and he can't really do the full splits. He cannot do the full splits, unfortunately. And he does have a thigh swivel, a really loose thigh swivel right here. And he does have a knee joint, about 90 degrees of bend, and the feet can move up due to transformation. They can't really move down. No ankle tilts, unfortunately. So yeah, so that is pretty much it for his articulation. So now you can give him his weapons. You can give him his weapons. So let's put his gun into his hand. Just plug this into his hand, just like so. There we go. And what you do with the tail, you can... I think I dropped something. Did I drop something? I feel like I dropped something. Uh-oh. I don't think I did. So, yeah. What you can do with the gun, not with the gun, with the tail. You can actually flip down this peg right here. This is for the weapon placement. You can plug this into his hand like so if you want to, or you can use the handle right here and just plug this into his hand, and it gives him like a tail gun or tail blaster or something. I don't know, or tail whip or something. I don't know, but hey, it's a pretty cool. It's quite cool that you can actually use his tail as a gun right here, and yeah, I do quite like that. And so that's pretty much it on what you can do with his weapons in robot mode. So now let us move on to some size comparisons. Here is Skullsmasher compared with Decepticon Weird Wolf or Wolf Wire, with Autobot Hot Rod, and finally with his wave mates. So you have Scourge, you have Blur, and Hardhead. So out of this wave, the first wave of Titan's Return, well, this is wave 1 of Titan's Return. Yeah, out of these 4 deluxes, I think Hardhead and Blur are my favorites. Scourge and Skullsmasher, they're really good figures, but they do have their issues. They have their own pros and cons. So yeah, so these 2 are definitely my favorites. These 2, I still like them, but I still have my issues with them. So yeah, so that is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. Alright, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Skullsmasher, or as they called him back in the day, Skull Cruncher. But they call him Skullsmasher right now. But overall, it's a really well done figure in my opinion. The robot mode looks great. The crocodile mode looks great. I love it. Good amount of articulation in the robot mode. Would have been nice if he had ankle tilts, but well, it is what it is. But my only real complaint with this figure is that the joints, the hips, they should have been a little bit tighter, but I guess I can fix that with a piece of tissue. So yeah, I can put a piece of tissue into those ball sockets, and the problem with the ball joints won't be a problem anymore. So yeah, I can actually fix that with a piece of tissue. But yeah, overall, I still like this figure. It's a really well done figure. It's an enjoyable figure to mess with. So yeah, the transformation is definitely enjoyable. It's smooth. It's easy. So yeah, I really do like him. Like the accessories, and I love the headmaster gimmick. And yeah, really well done figure in my opinion. So as far as ranking Skullsmasher from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I will just give him a good 9 out of 10. Yeah, he's a 9 out of 10 for me. If he had those tight ball joints, if the ball joints were tight enough, then he would get a 10 out of 10. But and of course, with the exception of the ankle tilts. But yeah, but 9 out of 10 is still a good score. Still a well done figure in my opinion. So And I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will know when my new videos are up and ready. And you can always check out my Titans Return reviews playlist. There is a link to that playlist in the description down below. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So they have the Transformers Titans Return Deluxe Class Skullsmasher. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out! Yay!